and welcome to Clicks to Coins. This is a workshop that will help you to transform your passion for social media into a thriving social media management business. My special guest and I are here to share insights, strategies, and real-life tales that will help you launch and develop your social media management gig. So Kate and I first crossed paths through our mutual client, the Winton House of Music, and her depth of knowledge in the social media realm instantly stood out. Our connection deepened after a social media strategy session at Winton, and I'm thrilled that Kate is here today to guide us through the ins and the outs of launching and managing a social media management business. With the digital shift in today's world, online businesses are becoming pivotal. They are not just a lifeline, they're actually a gold mine. And I can attest to this. In under 3 years in the digital realm, I've generated an additional income of 5.6 million Kenya shillings, leading me to ponder a full-time plunge into this space. If you're curious about my journey, I discuss it in depth in my webinar replay titled Skyrocket Your Online Business, and I will be sure to share the link with all of you. But today is about a specialized niche, social media management. It's a business you can initiate almost instantly with basic tools, a laptop, internet connection, and a few specialized tools. And Kate is here to ensure you launch successfully, sidestepping the usual pitfalls that can slow you down. So please keep those questions coming as you listen. Drop them in the comments, and we'll circle back to them toward the end for Kate to address. We are in this journey together, eager to celebrate your victories. So without keeping you waiting any longer, I'm honored to pass the mic to Kate for today's insightful training. Kate, welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm very excited and delighted to be here. As Corinne has shared, we crossed paths just recently on a client's project, and instantly, the same way that she says she noticed my in-depth knowledge in social media marketing, that's what I also noticed in her. And wow, I just felt so amazing about it. And also, now you will see also when I'll be talking about collaborations, when you're doing about social media marketing, now you'll understand, because this is what also social media, being in this platform, in this setup, has also enabled me to collaborate, and now with also someone like Corinne. So I'm delighted to be here, and before I go any further,
all right, I'll just go backstage, and Kate will take over and handle the training. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the question and answer at the end. So do drop your questions. We will come to them and answer them at the end of the live stream.
Yeah, amazing. So the workshop title, when I just saw it, also I was like really ecstatic about it. From clicks to coins, right? When you're talking about the social media management business, which is so true, something that we normally use, most of us, on a day-to-day basis, scrolling to get information, to connect with friends. But also, it's a place where you can actually formulate a profession and also a business. Yeah. So allow me also to introduce myself. As you've heard, my name is Kate Wanjiko, and nowadays I tell myself as the face behind Grow Digital with Kate. That is my consultancy business, where I specialize in driving growth and success for businesses, organizations, professionals through result-driven digital marketing strategies, and also offering optimal digital branding services and specialized training. So yeah, that's about me. As we move, I would love to pose a question, and also you can use the comment section to actually answer this. So for those who are contemplating on joining or starting a business in social media management, I would ask, why do you seek to establish a social media management business? And for those who have already established their business in this field, I would love to ask, what motivates you to run your social media management business? So as you answer this question, allow me to share a little bit of my background and where all this love of social media started. Actually, it was way back when I was in campus, and I I was a user of the platform even before joining campus, and I enjoyed interacting on Facebook, on Instagram, sharing my photos, also catching up with friends and all that. But then slowly by slowly, I saw how people are using it to drive businesses and to promote their products. And at that time, I was also volunteering at the Kenya Red Cross JKUAT chapter. I was in the Jomo Kenyatta University, and we had a docket called dissemination, and this was a place where we were passing information about the society for people to join and also to be informed about the events. And I saw that social media, then it's the place. I might not reach all the students in campus um, uh, um, by or going class to class to inform them about the society, but all these people are on this platform, so that was a plus. And so we decided to create content about the organization, about the activities that you're doing. And one activity that actually cemented it all and made sense of everything on utilizing social media was when we did a blood drive, and we informed people about it. And it was a 3-day blood drive, and we coined a wonderful hashtag, "You're definitely my type," to encourage people to come and donate blood. And I can tell you, through that communication, it really drove people to come, and we actually more than doubled the number of donations that were made, because initially they were normally about 320, and this time round we were we had 750 people donating. So, and from that point, I knew that there was power on social media. And then now, still on campus, I decided to have a side gig. Yeah. And I was passionate about interior decoration, and I was selling some very unique Swahili mats. So again, I started using social media to market my business. Yeah, because I was in campus and there was no any other way that I could think on how to inform people about my product. And to my surprise, I really got clients and people started buying. And it's a business that I did from campus through even my first 2 jobs. Yeah, as a side hustle, and I was driving all this traffic and getting clients through the platform. So even after when I just left campus, and yes, I was having the side hustle, but I knew I've done a degree. I need also to venture into the job world and to see what's out there for me and to sharpen my skills. But my background is in agribusiness economics, and I was really hoping and pursuing for an opportunity where I will still use the social media platforms and the knowledge that I have um, in informing people about the agriculture sector, about issues with food. But at that time, I was searching and I didn't see anything. So I said, I have a skill, and I approached one of my mom's acquaintances and asked her to offer me an employment opportunity at her school. She had a school, and I told her I'll be handling her social media, the school social media um, management. And she was like, okay, we can try it through an internship program. And the internship was supposed to last for 3 months. But believe you me, after the first month, she was like, okay, we are extending this. Now this is going to be a job, and also now you can combine it with other marketing activities. Now that's how I got my job. And so I was still having my background in the food sector. I still wanted something there. And I actually landed on an opportunity to do that, where also now the opportunity presented itself in form of an editorial job. But now when I was there in that company, I told them, yeah, you know what, I have a skill in digital marketing, and I would love to manage your platforms so as to drive growth in the company, to get clients. And I was given the opportunity, and I did that. Fast forward, I did that together with the editorial and the digital marketing, and both grew. And my passion has always been in the digital marketing. And now it presented an opportunity for me now to now focus more on the digital marketing, and that's when I started my own consultancy, the Go Digital with Kate consultancy. So now that is where we are. So I can say for me, what motivates me to, what attracted me into the field at first is how I saw that it drove growth and brought results, be it now with the blood donation, people coming to donate, with my own business getting clients, and also enabling me to get employment, and now to this point of having a business, and a business that is profitable, where you're getting clients in to work with. Yeah, so I hope to be seeing also your whys, but also I can say there are some key things that actually make the social media management business to be attractive and alluring. Yeah, so let me share a few. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So according to the Global Market Insights, they valued the sector, the market, at 16.3 billion in 2022, and they're expecting it to exhibit a growth, an annual growth of 20% between now in 2023 to 2032. So you can see this is a very huge industry. And that's why you can see also with having big players who are investing in it, people like Adobe who have formulated tools for that people use in the social media management. We have also people like Canva. We have companies like Hotsuits who have the community management platforms and content management platforms. So it is a very lucrative industry. But okay, that is a global projection. So does it make sense to me who is in Kenya, for instance, so, or any other country? So I would say most businesses utilize social media to connect with their desired audience, right? Um, and like for instance, I have like statistics in Kenya, where I saw actually a report by USAID. They released it in April, and they said that the number of businesses in Kenya which are formally registered, they're about 1.5 million, right? And the unregistered, they are 5 million. So you can see the huge pool of clients, because not in the social media management business, these are your clients, mostly the people who are running the businesses. Yeah, so you can see the huge pool that is there for you to tap in. And also, I can say there's a vast range of specialization opportunities within the field, in terms of the platforms that you work with, the broad user base. According to Sprat Social, I think the number of users by January this year, it was about 5 billion. When you look at like platforms like Facebook having 2.9 billion users, and most of them clocking the 1 billion or almost, when you're talking about Instagram, when you're talking about LinkedIn, when you're looking at TikTok, this number of users, and also YouTube, such kind of thing. So we have a lot of people who are using these platforms. Yeah, and that is why businesses also want to showcase their ventures there to get clients. And when I'm saying about specialization, we have all these platforms. You can choose to just be a social media manager specializing on Instagram. You can choose to be a social media manager who specializes in helping women businesses. You can choose to be a social media manager who wants to drive growth for NGOs. So there is a wide growth of specialization. And also within the social media management scope, there are a lot of tasks that are being performed, which also is a space of specialization. So when you're looking at this slide, you can see the tasks and the roles that are played within the social media management. And this is just a snapshot, because also within some of them, there are even like more and more tasks being played. So we can see like something like profile audit, customizing of the profile, optimization, integration, security and privacy. Or you might also choose to be a person who just focuses on content, having the strategy, ideating it, creating it, managing it when you're talking about structuring of the content, captioning, and hashtag research, such kind of things? Or are you a person who loves to interact with people online and you can choose to actually do an inbound or an outbound engagement? This is something that I have actually seen people specializing in. And also for me as a business currently, I can say one of my areas of specialization is in digital marketing strategy formulation. I might not do all these other things of management, but you can find an area of specialization. For a start, I would say you can do everything, but also you do everything according also to what you know, because if you're not really good at content creation, you can actually learn it, but also as you go by, you can decide, okay, I don't want to really focus on content creation a lot. I want to focus on everything to do with customizing and optimizing and integrating of the platform. So it allows you to specialize in that kind of a way. Another thing that makes it lucrative, it can be pursued both as a full-time and a part-time endeavor. You have your own job, your main job, so you decide to start with a social media management as a part-time endeavor, that is so possible, or also as a full-time endeavor as a business, right? And it's a role that can be carried out from anywhere. This is also something really amazing. It transcends the geographical boundaries. It gives you room to work with also international clients, I can say, and I've had a pleasure of doing that, right? And we are going to see on how to market yourself to be able to get this type of clientele also. And also it's a skill that can be acquired gradually over time. As Corinne said earlier on, with social media management, it's not like something like medicine. You have to go to school first and also do some inform of training for you to gain the skill for social media, because most of us are users. We know our way around it, and actually you can start with what you know. That's what I said with the area of specialization. If you are really good at engaging with people, because not everyone is really good at engaging with people inbound and outbound, like commenting on the replays that come on their comment section or on their DMs, or even connecting with their targeted audience. That is not something that comes so easy to everyone. And maybe for you, it comes easy. So you start with where you are, with what you know and what you have. Yeah, so if you're thinking about venturing into the social media management business, there's a probability that these are some of the things that really attracted you to it, right? So now we have established that we want to venture into the business, or we are already operating a business. So I'll say, what are the key elements of establishing and operating a successful social media management business? And so this, I think in the next about 20 minutes, we'll be focusing on this. So we'll start from setting a strong foundation, to client acquisition, to client management, investing, and scaling the business. And also, again, I invite you also, as we're discussing these points, for those who are also operating their businesses, there are some tips and how you go about to attain these things, like for instance, client acquisition. Feel free to inform us and to share it with us. Yeah. So to start us off, we have setting a strong foundation. You've said you want to venture into the social media management business. The first thing, you have to determine the nature of your business. Do you want to start it as a solopreneur, or do you want to start it as an agency, or you actually want to have a company? And this will be determined by the resources that you have, because if you have a company and you have good capital, and you know for a company you need to have a team, you can start with it. And also at times you don't have the capital, it's the knowledge that you have, it's a one-man team. So that actually will enable you to know the services that you're going to offer, and also the number of clients that you're going to be able to handle. So really determine the nature of your business, because everyone, be it you're being a solopreneur or also you're a company, or everyone operates in the social media management ecosystem. the second thing is clarify the scope of your work, right? The same way, and when you look at the slide, let me go back to that slide, of the roles played within the social media management. And I can say this is not like really exhaustive. As I said, there are some, when you look so deeply into it, it's like it expands. Yeah. At community management, it's not just like the inbound and outbound engagement with other stakeholders. We're going also to look at. So when you're looking at all these, what is your scope of work? Yeah, what are the services? This will actually inform you in knowing the kind of services that you're going to offer. So, and as I said, it's going to be influenced by the resources. Maybe you want to be offering the content creation services, from the strategy to ideation and all that, but currently you don't have those equipments or even the tools for creating the content. So at the moment you can say, let me not focus on that, but later on it's something, as I focus on investing and buying these tools, it's something that actually I'm going to pick it up. The other thing is identify your specialized area. Again, coming to specialization in terms of platform, are you just going to be offering management on Instagram? And also, if you're offering on Instagram, are you combining it with Instagram and TikTok and Facebook? Something of that sort. The kind of industry. Do you offer social media management to people in the healthcare industry, in the tech sector, in the beauty industry? These are areas of specialization, and also the business types that you're handling. The other thing for setting a strong foundation, establishing your packaging and offerings. Yeah. So after you've understood your scope of work, and this is what I'm offering, so package them and say, when for instance, I'm offering the content strategy package, the content strategy service, these are the things that are involved in this package. I'm actually going to help you to audit the content that you have, to come up with ideas, to do more research, also the competitive research, and also to do the creation and the design and the structuring. So you package it. So you just don't say, I'm just a social media manager. With packaging, it also helps you to present yourself better to the clients, and not just say, I'm normally just a social media manager. So any work that you have, you can just pass it over to me. So when you have a package, a client knows this and this is what I'm going to be getting. And having the packaging also informs your pricing. You can be doing all these things under social media management and say, for me to perform all these tasks for you, this is the price for it. And if it's just like a standalone service, like the inbound and outbound engagement, this is what I offer, right? So this is the charge that I offer. So once when you start, you have to have this cleared, so that you know when now you go to the market, you already have a package and a pricing. It's not the thing of when a client comes, let me go and think about it. Yes, there's normally a room to go and think about it, but at least you have a base and you know what you're offering. So even like client acquisition and even knowing what you're doing, it becomes easier. So that was in setting a strong foundation. And then now we look at client acquisition. So we already have our product and we have our packages, which we have value packed them. And actually for a package, one of the best things also of having a package, you are able to pinpoint the values that you're giving people. So for instance, if you're just doing like the overall social media management and you say, one of the key things that I normally offer my clients, it's a free social media audit, which is normally done every quarter, something of that sort. So as to inform us where we are, if all our customization and optimizations and integrations are okay. So that is a value that you're offering. So now we're going to the client acquisition. Client acquisition, now it's you wanting to present yourself to the potential clients out there. And you as a social media manager, you have to market yourself and your brand. And I know sometimes this becomes like really hard because you are managing other people's platforms, and then there are normally a possibility for you to like sideline yours. But let me tell you, you have to also market yourself. And especially for you who is starting out, maybe even you haven't gotten even a single client, by marketing yourself and growing your platform, actually you can use that to showcase your expertise and your knowledge in the field. And when someone asks, okay, so who else have you worked with? Actually, you can show your platform, the way you have been doing the marketing and everything. So that speaks for itself. Personally, I have a presence in all the platforms because I connect differently with the different clients, and I have the different clientele that I'm targeting on the different platform. But also why I market myself on these platforms, being a digital strategist, you have to have a good understanding of the workings of the platforms. So by me being active and marketing myself, I'm able to know what are the changes happening, which when you're talking about algorithm, these are the kind of things. When you're a user of a platform, you'll be able to see, oh, currently LinkedIn is favoring more of carousel kind of content than video. So there has been a shift. So such kind of things. So I'm able to handle my clients' platforms well. But really market yourself, and especially if maybe you're saying that you are focusing your area of specialization is on Instagram, build a presence there so that you can connect with your targeted clientele there. Pitching and proposing, you are just marketing, but also you're doing the lead generation, but also you can go up and above and beyond by actually sending proposals. There's a company that you've seen and you've been eyeing and you want to work with them, compile a good proposal of what you can offer them, yeah, and send it to them via email, and do a follow-up, because actually they might have not seen you on the social media platforms and they might actually be in need of your service. So you just needed to actually pitch and propose. Another place that actually you can do the pitching most of the times is the networking forums, right? Join the association. For right now, for us who are in the social media space and the marketing space, there is like an amazing association in the Top Marketers Club. When you go to on LinkedIn, you can search for them. That is a place where you can meet with like-minded people in the sector who can actually refer you. Networking is not so much about lead generation, but also for people to have a discussion and have a feel of what the industry is all about. Yeah. And networking really works magic. Yeah. So find those in networking events, and nowadays there are quite a number, which is really fantastic. So go for those uh, networking events, have a chat with someone, and maybe you might not just be like, okay, I'm going there to really pitch to people and I'm going there with my proposal to hand them over to them, but through the discussion and intentionally wanting to know people and where they are, that is when you can know, okay, there is a need for actually my service. And according to how the conversation goes, yeah, you can actually get a lead. So client acquisition, I would say the top three, it's marketing and branding yourself, pitching and proposing, and networking. So we have done the client acquisition and you have actually gained a client. So we have now the client management, and the client management, you're going to look at client onboarding, the operations, and client retention. Let me start with client onboarding. This is the first few interactions you're going to have with this new client that you have gotten, and it's going to set the base of how you're going to interact with one another. Yeah, this is where actually for you and also for the client, they know if this was a hit or a miss. Yeah. And these are the things that you're going to be discussing here. What are the client's goals and the terms of work, and come to an agreement. Most of the time that, okay, someone has come to your DMs, they want this service, and you just you state your price, and roughly you say what you're going to offer, and then you say, okay, we've agreed, let me give you my passwords, start doing the work. Wow, no, I would say no, don't do that. And client onboarding, it's not just a one sitting. At times it can be a one sitting, but at times it's a process, yeah, because there are agreements and an exchange of ideas. And this is going also to help you not to have conflicts in the past. Yes, at times you can have like different kind of opinions, but you're going to come to an agreement because you have set the foundation on how you guys are going to work. Why I've said understanding the client goals is really important is to know, don't just assume in the social media management to just drive a business for them in terms of clients, something of that sort. I'll share, like I have a client who is a doctor. She has her own clinic, and also she does talking engagements, and she has her own YouTube channel. So we did the goals. Yeah, she wants to drive traffic to her clinic. She wants to drive traffic to her YouTube channel, and also to gain the speaking opportunities. But working together, when we're formulating the strategy, I came to realize she's not really like adamant about getting the clients, like the foot traffic to her clinic, because actually she wants to get the speaking engagements, and it's through these forums that actually she gets the kind of clients that she wants. So she is really most cognizant about driving traffic to her YouTube channel, where she's having these conversations and actually setting herself as a thought leader in her space to be asked for like speaking engagements and all that, and that's how she gets her clients. Yeah, so it's really important. Don't just assume everything. As much as, yes, I have noticed that this is her goal, but also through the strategy that we formulated, it's also driving traffic to her clinic. But most of the traffic, I have realized, because she recently went to a certain conference and she got quite a number of clients. So knowing what are your client goals, and then the terms of work. For a business, I can say most often you're going to be operating virtually. You're not going to be operating at their offices, but also, is there a time that you're going to be going to their place of work? How do you guys structure your monthly activities? It's not just the content strategy that you're talking about, but the work plan, right? This and this needs to be done for us to deliver on this. So how are you going to handle this? Are you going to be on a platform where also, if I already create content and it needs approval, that I can actually quickly send, or also there's a document I can send and for you to just put your inputs and for me to get it? Do you have such kind of platforms, like I can say like Trello or Zoho, such kind of platforms that enables you to brainstorm really well? So the terms of work, the packaging, the package that you're offering them, and the pricing. Yeah, you have to be clear on this. The pricing, when do you need to be reimbursed? Is it half of the pay before we start working and the next half before we continue in the next month? Because also the pay can vary. It can be monthly or also according to projects, such kind of agreement. So these are the things that you need to tackle at the onboarding. And when you're having all these terms, you can now have it all together in form of a contract, right? And nowadays there are tools where, if you're actually working also with international clients, where you cannot take to them a physical copy, like DocHub, they can actually digitally sign it, and now you have a binding agreement on what you guys are going to be working on. So client onboarding is really important. The next part after you've done the onboarding, now it's the operations. Now it's deliver on the work agreed. You cannot say that, okay, we agreed I'll be doing content, and then now it's up to the client all the time following up on you. Why haven't we posted, or why haven't we created content and we agreed to do this, deliver on the work agreed. And also with the agreement that you have, is the client supposed to give you something? When is it supposed, what are the deadlines? By this time, I need you to have had, send me this type of content, something of that sort. Because at times when you're working virtually, actually you can guide your client on how to create content. If it's like videos, you don't have to like eliminate anything. Yeah, you just guide them and you help them to acquire the right tools. Is it a ring light, a stand, and how they're supposed to take. And now after they've taken the footage for them to send you, are they going to send you via WeTransfer, something of that sort, so that the quality is still maintained, and then for you to do the creation and the design. So you have to agree on all those things on the onboarding, and now to deliver on the work agreed when you're doing the operation, and have clear communication, right? And clear and constant communication, because things change and we need to know where we are. And I always advocate, you cannot go a whole week having not talked to your client. You are just operating their platforms and they don't know what's happening. They also have to be on the loop and on the know, because when social media is just part of the business, yeah, and there's all these other things. So when there's something that changes and on this other part of the business, and you're not like constant communication with them, you might just be doing like futile work, just driving traffic, and maybe people have moved from that location. I'm just saying, I hope nothing of that sort happens. Yeah. You also have synergy with other parties. Now this is also the communication, and as I've said, social media is just one of the parts. Okay? We have other parties involved. After you are doing the social media management and you generate leads, yeah, and someone, for instance, you're working for a tech company, and they want this product, but a demo has to be done. You have to also be in communication with the people who are offering the demonstration, for instance, at that company, so that you can link them. So it's not a lost lead. Some of the times that you do your own social media marketing and management efforts to drive traffic, but there is a broken communication and link in between, that you are saying, for instance, that you have a promotion for a certain product, and so people, when they go to the shop, they find, okay, the promotion ended, or actually the products are out of stock, and you didn't know about that. So you have to be in synergy with other parties who are involved in that ecosystem of the business, not just the business owner, because at times the business owner might be actually busy, but you have a person who you are in communication with. Operations, client retention. When you're in business, I always say that it's always wise to see how you can have long-term relationship with clients and not just focus on getting new every other day. Yeah. So this, one of the ways you can do is, you've offered exceptional results after your contract has ended. For instance, believe you me, when they will need the same services, they will come back. Yeah. And or actually they can refer you to other people. But also another way is to have another package to offer them. It's easier to convert an already existing client than converting a new client. So you have to look at that, having client retention. After the client retention, after you've already established a strong foundation and you know what you're offering, you've done your client acquisition, and you've done now your client management, now you're looking at this place of investments. Yeah, so that things of investments, you're looking at the skills and knowledge. As we've said, you can start with what you know, but also as you go on, invest in the know-how of, you want to go deeper into knowing about how to run paid ads for you to be offering exceptional services to your clients. Yeah. And some of the places where you can source this information is through the blogging sites and news sites. Yeah. And actually these platforms nowadays, they inform people of like the new features, new updates. If you have the Meta, LinkedIn, they have their own newsletter. I would advise you, for that platform that you're managing and you're operating on, find, yeah, their newsletters, their news sites, and follow them. But also there are news sites which are specialized in. I can mention like some like Social Media Today, TechCrunch. They will always keep you on the know. Yeah. And then also things like courses. There are free courses, there are paid courses, and still within these platforms like Meta, they have both paid courses and free courses that you can take and actually be certified to become a Meta social media manager. And also for LinkedIn, they have lots of free courses, yeah, and also with some which you can pay for. And sites like Udemy, yeah, these are things that you can leverage on. And other than the courses, come for training, go to for seminars, so as to sharpen your skills and knowledge in the field. And even it's not just for you who is starting. As you go on, personally, I also keep on like refreshing my knowledge and upskilling. Yeah, it's a constant thing because the nature of the industry we are, new things keep coming up and you need to be updated. Also, another investment is on the tools and equipment of trade. Start with the freemiums and go to the paid tools. Yeah, so these are the things that you're looking at for the content creation. If you're wanting to design a poster, something of that sort, leverage on things like Canva, which they have free version and they have so many amazing templates also there. And also you can now graduate to the paid one. We have things like CapCut when you are editing of videos. We also have the community management platforms like Trello, content management platforms like Hotsuite. But I would say always research first. You have a need. Actually, at times it's a need that pops in your mind, and don't just say, okay, I don't think there's no solution for this. Just go and research via Google. Is there a tool I can use to do this and this? How I came to know about DocHub for signing, it's because there was a need for that, for me to send an e-contract. So, and I stumbled on DocHub, such kind of things. Yeah, so tools and equipments. And also for tools, start with your phone camera, yeah, for taking videos, and then graduate now into buying a camera. So you will never say that, hey, I really need to, first of all, have a Canon so that I can be shooting content, something of that sort. No, use what you have. Lighting, if you don't have a ring light, use the natural lighting. Yeah, so use the resources that you have and continue now investing in. Yeah, invest other than the knowledge and the skills that you're gaining. Some things that you know yourself, approaching a client, you don't have confidence, and there are consultants for that. Yeah. And also how to package yourself, invest in yourself. Yeah, the networking, they don't come cheap. That is a way of investing in your own personal brand, in your own self, how you're going to be a presentable package to your targeted audience. So after investing, we are going to look at now scaling. Yeah, so in every business person, you have to always think of what's next. Yeah, how can I better my services? How can I expand? And this mostly also is because also you want also to expand your earning. So scaling, you have service diversification. Now diversify into something new. If you're not, for instance, if you are just managing and not offering the paid advertisement, that is something to take up. And if you're not like offering content creation, that is something to take up. So these are areas of scaling your business. And also for you who is specializing, as you go on, the market actually informs you on how to diversify. For instance, I can say I have a package on personal branding, of which I started with just doing personal branding on people's LinkedIn and the platforms where they are establishing the presence on. But later on, the market informed me not to just offer that service, but actually to guide people on doing it. So there's someone who will say, I cannot afford you doing for me the LinkedIn optimization and customization and creating a portfolio for me, but actually I think I have time. When you guide me through a session, I can actually do this. So that actually informed now my diversification. And further to that, I can say also there's a diversification I have noted still on that line on personal branding. So scaling, one of the ways, diversification, and also team expansion. You've started as a one person, now you hire someone else. But even at times you might not just go into hiring because there are costs involved there. You can actually start to be collaborating. Yeah, you might, with all this that you're doing, you might not actually end up into doing content creation, but actually you can collaborate with someone who is doing that. Having a graphic designer who's going to help you with that and to help you run the different projects. So there is collaboration, and also there is also hiring. And also if you're operating an agency, this is something that you continue doing. You hire according to also the needs and also the services that you want to expound on. Yeah, so those were the key elements of establishing a successful social media management. And now, as I'm just nearing to the end, we're going to share, like, now these are the ingredients. Those were the elements. Yeah, they were like mostly like the building blocks. And now I'll say, now these are the ingredients of success. When you're starting, have a clear vision and mission. Yeah, and it will always inform your day-to-day work, your day-to-day operations. If your vision is to see, like for instance, women enterprises marketing themselves and gaining clients through the digital platforms, yeah, that is a vision, and which will inform you a mission, which I always believe that a mission is your day-to-day work. So you are impacting one woman entrepreneur at a time and helping them in attaining that goal. So have a clear vision and mission, and this will actually help you to continue working even when you don't feel like it. Yeah, because at times it gets tough, I can tell you, but having a clear vision of also where you want to go and how you want to establish yourself. Is it now you're a solopreneur and you're handling all these operations on social media management, but one time you want to be a trainer? Yeah, that is a clear vision. And how are you going to attain this? It's through managing the different platforms, because through managing, you're sharpening your skills and also upskilling. Yeah, so that is a clear vision that you have. And then have smart goals. Smart goals which are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Yeah, have those smart goals. And for goals, you can have an overall goal, a business goal. You want to increase your income. You want to handle this number of businesses. Have those smart goals, and they have to be really realistic. But also in your operation, I am going to this networking event because this is my goal. I am hoping that I will get someone to mentor me in this field, or I'm hoping actually through this networking event, I am going to get a client. Have goals. You can have the overall goal, but in each and everything that you do, you also have to have a goal. And the goal has to be backed by a plan and a strategy. If now you want to, your goal is to have a certain number of clients, yeah, what is your plan? You have to market yourself, you have to network, you have to send the proposal. And now these are the actions. Yeah, on Monday, I'm going to send this proposal. Yeah, and what is the strategy on how to go about that? Yeah, so you have to have a plan and a strategy, and be part of a community. Especially if you're doing it as a solopreneur, it can get lonely. But the networking forums, connecting with other like-minded people through those platforms, you can actually identify, hey, there's this Go Digital with Kate, and there is Sarah Marketing. Yeah, and actually this is a person who we are actually like starting, or there's someone who is ahead of you that they can guide you, be part of a community. And now this community actually they form your network. And overall, be patient while doing this. Eh, the cliche saying, Rome was not built in one day. Trust me. Yeah. You can actually be marketing yourself before you get your client. And first month you haven't gotten someone, second month you haven't gotten someone, which was also my case. Um, when I started out, now getting clients through the social media platform. It's the third month that when I got. Yeah. So be patient about this. There's always a process to it. And overall, have fun and find balance. When I say have fun, I don't mean that treat your social media management task as it's easy peasy, because it's not easy peasy. You really have to invest your time, your energy, your know-how into it. But have fun. One of the ways to have fun is actually be a consumer of content on these platforms. You're not just passing content, you're just posting and you're exiting. Through also the scrolling as you're doing your work, you find that you're actually being informed. So have fun as you do this work, as you interact with people, as you interact with the different clients. They sharpen your knowledge and interaction, and find balance. Now find balance. Your whole life doesn't revolve around the social media management. This is an actual threat that as you continue doing this and getting clients, which actually now these are realistic goals, don't bury yourself as a solopreneur handling 5 clients if you cannot that. Actually, what you normally do is come to your desk, do your work, eat on your desk as you do your work, then go to sleep only because you want that paycheck. No. Find balance in life, interact with other people for it to rejuvenate you. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. And I don't know if you have any questions or even any additions and remarks. I think this will be a good time for it.
Yeah, it's nice to be back in here. That was really, really amazing. Thank you so much, Kate. I have not seen any questions from our viewers. So at this time, actually, what I'm going to do is invite you, if you still have questions, if you're watching the recording or the replay and you have questions, to post them in the comments. We will get answers to you. And also, I was taking some notes furiously so that you don't have to as well, although you probably did. But I've just shared a Google Doc in the comments as well that you can just access to get some of the extra notes I was taking as Kate was sharing. Yeah, so I have not seen any questions. So I think
Actually, I've seen one from Betty.
Okay, yes. So Betty is asking, what would a standard contract entail?
Yeah, for a standard contract, it entails your scope of work, the thing that actually you're going to be delivering on. Yeah, these are the tasks. When I shared that slide on the tasks and the roles that you play as a social media manager, you clearly stipulate them. And also how you're going to your mode of operation. You can also include that this one is being undertaken on a monthly basis, or is it on a weekly basis? You have to specify on that. And also the charge. A contract also has to have the charge. Yeah. So once you've stipulated what you're offering, your operations on how to go about it, so that you have a clear picture on how to go on what is happening, you and also your client, and now also your charge. I can say that's a standard contract. Yeah, I don't know, Corinne, if you have something to add.
No, I don't know if you have like a contract template, because it's always easier to have a starting point than to just start from blank. So I don't know if you have a contract template that you can share. Well, not now, like even later.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
I can email it to the listener. So if you do want a template, what I'll do is I'm just going to add the link to the contract template in the notes, and the notes are actually in the comments. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. So if there are no other questions at this point, I think I would just like to invite Kate to let us know if us as social media managers want to work with you what can we expect, or what offers do you have for us? Yeah, and you're very welcome, Betty. Betty says thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, that template will be coming along your way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so some of the services that I offer, it's the digital strategy, formulation, and implementation for business growth. That's my main area of expertise. And now for other social media manager who is starting or continuing, actually I can help you with the personal digital branding. Yeah, and here I've said for career or business growth. So this is a customizing, optimizing yourself, coming up with the content that actually communicate your value to your targeted audience. That is now the personal digital branding. Um, Also, another service that I offer is the content ideation and management, and also for businesses, personal recruitment and onboarding. And actually, I've been getting a few queries from fellow social media managers if I can have a pick my brain kind of a session, and I'm still thinking about it. Unfortunately, I wish I had already a package for it, but it's something that I'm critically looking at it. Yeah, where you can have a project and just maybe for about 2 hours we can interact and brainstorm on how to go about it. So that is something I'm still working on, and once I'm ready, I believe I will share it with Corinne, and she will share with the rest. But I see something like personal digital branding can be of help for you who is starting out or continuing. Yeah.
Okay. You did mention when we talked that you do offer something like a training program. I cannot remember the details. Are you able to share that with them as well, so that if they're interested in taking that up, they might?
Oh yeah, the social media content creation and marketing training. Yeah, there's
Yes.
also that. I don't know how I forgot about that. Yeah, actually that one mostly I I was seeing it suited for organizations that they want maybe someone in the marketing to help them with their social media. But actually, I'm seeing it, especially if you're starting out in the social media management and you want to be guided on it. Yeah, so that's a training actually for you. For me, I can say my targeted clientele, it's not the social media managers themselves, but and actually I do this because I'm in the field. I can offer advice on it. So I've mostly been targeting the companies, but actually that package I see it also suiting the social media managers, which is something I'll also share. But also, if you want to just inquire more about it, you can email me on godigitalwithkate@gmail.com, or also let's link up and connect on the social media platform. I said I'm on all because I really normally want to see what's happening and to operate on them and to connect with people on them. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very, very much. And I am actually going to be engaging Kate in a few weeks' time, and we are going to dive into now content strategy. Is this it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Do you want to give us a sneak peek of what we can expect when we meet you for that?
Wow. So actually, we're not just going to look at content strategy alone. We're just going to look at, because mostly we're talking to social media managers, but also I will have to also expand on the digital side, on the digital marketing. It's looking at the strategy, the marketing strategy, the entire of it, but the heart of it will be on the content, and how to come up with content ideas in a more sensible way. Yeah, there's normally research, but actually when you look into your business or your client business, actually contents are there. So that is something that you're going to be looking at. And all these things that I highlighted on the social media management, this is actually a strategy on how to go about profile customization, optimization, integration, security, and privacy. So all these are involved. So yeah, I believe it's going to be a wonderful session. Yeah. I think I lost. Yeah. I can't hear you.
Sorry, I think sorry, I was muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the date, but I will be sharing it with everyone who is here. and the people who will watch later as well. So I'd just like to really, really thank you again, Kate. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for our viewers as well, those who are watching live and those who will be watching the recording. We really appreciate you taking the time, and I hope that this has been of benefit to you. And yeah, as we log off, you can just say your thank yous to Kate. And yeah, we will see you all next time. And you're
Yeah,
welcome,
thank you
Betty.
too.
Betty is looking forward to the Pick My Brain session.
Yeah, looking forward to that too. I think I really need to fasten and to package it well so that I can actually offer you people value when you're doing it. Yeah, so I'm really happy. Thank you, Corinne, for inviting me to your community to talk to them. I really do appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to more. And now, as I mentioned, social media marketing and this field of management, it connects you to amazing people. Like now, I've been invited by Corinne to talk to her community. Now, this is the collaboration and networking. So it's a really wonderful space for you to be in.
Yeah. So I will be keeping this video up for some time, not indefinitely. I will keep it up for maybe 2 weeks. And I will also share it with you, Kate, as well, so that if you want to share the video in your circles when it's down from YouTube, then you can go ahead and do that. All right. Oh, yeah. So thank you so much. We have a thank you there from Caroline as well.
Yeah, thank you too, Caroline, for joining.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. And if you have any other questions, you can put them in the comments, or you can send me an email, and I will be sure to pass them along to Kate and get answers to you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. All the best.
Okay, bye.